Hi, I'm Sean with Wichita Plumbing Company. Today we're going to be looking at a shower drain that's been causing problems for the homeowner. They've been getting a smell and an odor especially when they're starting to take a shower. It's a pretty common complaint that we get from homeowners, so I'm going to do a video showing how to take care of this so you can possibly do this with yourself without having to call the plumber to take care of this. This is the shower that is the culprit the customer's been complaining about. We come in here and sometimes you can get a little bit of an odor off of that shower drain. So generally the first thing I do is come in here, pull the shower grate off. This particular grate has no screws in the outside of it, so it'll pull straight off. Some shower grates have a couple of screws, one on each side of the plate here, and you can just take a screwdriver, whether it be Phillips or straight, and pull those screws out. Be sure you're blocking this channel here. I have had problems with those screws dropping down into the drain, so you always want to make sure that you're not going to stand a chance of dropping the screws down. This particular plate, like I said, is just a pull off, so we're just going to grab it with some channel locks and pull it off. As you can see, this is kind of discolored and yucky looking, and that's just from soaps and body oils and things like that draining and accumulating over time. This can kind of stagnate in here and underneath that drain, and that tends to cause the odor issues if that's left unclean for a long period of time. So generally what I do is I get a long brush, generally like a bottle brush, something that'll go down into the drain and clean it. Where you're getting the odor from is a couple of different spots. You've got some buildup up underneath the grate here. I've also got a rubber gasket here that's sealing water from dropping down below this drain. When you get a buildup on there. And the third place is down here in this PVC pipe. You have a trap down there, but the area between the drain and the trap, you can get an accumulation of that stuff, and that can also cause some odor issues. Usually what I do is get a little bit of water in a bucket with some bleach, and I'll dip the brush down into there. You can even pour a little bit of that bleach around there to start the disinfectant and cleaning process. If you don't have bleach, you can just use a regular dish soap, be fine. Go ahead and just put the brush down into that drain and go ahead and swab it up and down real well. You're just knocking the buildup off of the drain line. Some of the drains have a cast iron, some of them are lead, some of them are copper going down through there. They basically serve the same function. They may be a little bit narrower than this happens to be, but you can still do the same thing. Just make sure it's a light brush, nothing that's going to break the wall of the drain going down to the trap there. The second thing I do is go ahead and take a washcloth after I've scrubbed that and dip it in the bleach water as well, and then go ahead and scrub around that gasket and around where the bottom of that drain plate sits. And just scrub that real well and make sure to try to get all that off of there. And then once you've done that, I generally let that bleach water set for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll go ahead and pour the remainder into that and just let that set for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just want to have time to let that sanitize that drain. Bleach water set in there for 5-10 minutes. Let that sanitize the drain. Also, one thing you need to check is if you've got any buildup on the bottom of this drain. We've got a little bit on here. So what I'll do is I'll scrub and rinse that when I'm rinsing the drain. Once you've let that set, just go ahead and turn on some water and run it down the drain and let that flush out real well. Again, I just take a rag and scrub that strainer plate. That way we won't have any buildup on that, any issues with that causing an odor. Go ahead and rinse that. And once you've done that, just go ahead and shut the water off, and you can put your plate back on or screw it back on, whichever it takes, and that should take care of that smell for a while. You periodically have to do that whenever you start getting an odor on these showers, but that may be a few months down the road. So